Hey everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. I am here again at Chattahoochee Pointe Park to play a little 9-hole challenge using some more mint discs. Let's get it. Alright, so after I tested out that first initial wave of mint discs, I was really impressed with a lot of them. I loved the way they felt. I loved the way most of the discs flew. So immediately after I got home, put the video together and I ordered a couple more mint discs to try out. We have the Bobcat. I got the Taco Cat version with a really cool stamp. This Taco Cat or the Bobcat is supposed to be a bit more overstable than the Mustang that we tested out. This is listed as 540 2.5. So I'm going to be looking to compare that. I did bring all of the original discs I tried out as well, so we might be able to do some comparisons. So we'll definitely compare this to the Mustang to see if it's more overstable. This reminds me more of my Matrix from MVP, so I am expecting that to be nice and overstable then. Then we also have the Grackle here. This is a 7.5 -1.2, so a nice, controllable, slightly overstable fairway driver, also in the Sublime plastic. So looking forward to testing that out as well, see if we can get a nice straight flight out of it. Now the disc I was most excited to try, this is the one I really wanted to try in that first wave, but I couldn't get, is the Lobster. I was able to, I guess they just recently had a wide release of this Sublime Lobster with this really humongous, cool, beautiful lobster stamp here. So really looking forward to trying this. This is listed as a 5.5, like -3.1, I believe, somewhere around there. But this is supposed to be an understable mid-range, something that I am looking for right now in my bag. I am using a Peach as my primary understable mid-range, and I had a Paradox as my super understable mid-range. I found the Paradox to be too flippy now, so I'm looking for something a little more understable than the Peach, but less than the Paradox. So we'll see if this Lobster can fit the bill. And then of course, I bought another Bullet, because when I did that first initial review, the Bullet was one of the discs that impressed me the most. And I just saw this on the same store as I was ordering. I was like, you know what? I really like that color scheme. I like it better than the green, personally, the one that I tested out first. I'm totally down to buy another one of those. So we have the Bullet. Today we're gonna do the back 9 here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park. So some new holes as well. And like I said, I have all of the original discs. We'll bust them out as well. We'll have a more wide selection when we're choosing our discs today here at Chattahoochee Pointe Park. So we'll see you guys at hole 10. All right, so we're kicking things off here at hole 10. 205 feet, par 3. Basket is straight ahead. There is a slight gradual uphill. It doesn't show up on camera, but it's not that much. I do normally throw either my Matrix or my Hex here, so we're gonna try out the Taco Cat. We'll compare it also though against the Mustang as well, and we'll see just how these two mid-ranges can complement each other. But we're gonna throw the Taco Cat first, throw it off to the right and let it fade to the basket. Oh, that's nice and overstable. Wow, that is a beefy boy. I threw it on hyzer, but let's see, how does that compare to the Mustang? Can I put a little hyzer on it as well? And will it pop up to flat? That Mustang is parked. That Mustang has a lot more glide than the Taco Cat as well, or the Bobcat. Here's that Rock 3. Try to compare. I wanted to do that last week, but I didn't have the Rock 3 with me. Pretty similar. The Rock 3 might have a hair less glide, but similar in flight, in my opinion. All right, so the Taco Cat and the Rock 3 went about the same distance. The Mustang pushed up maybe 10 feet further. So we got a 25 footer here from the Bobcat, Taco Cat. Ooh, just snuck it in there. Mustang will give it a little bullet putt. No problem. 2 birdies to start the round, always good. Hole 11 is 240 feet, par 3. This one's an interesting little turnover shot or forehand with the basket tucked behind that grove of trees in the center of the fairway here. I do try to throw an understable mid-range. I haven't been terribly successful with that yet, but we are going to finally try out a disc I've really been looking forward to, the Lobster here. See if we can get it hard and enough to turn over towards the basket. Otherwise, if it fades off to the left, it's probably a par, but we'll compare it to my current flippy mid-ranges that I have in the bag. I have the Peach as my slightly understable mid-range, and then the Tursas, surprisingly enough, I find to be even more flippy than the Peach. The Peach is a 4.5 -2.1. The Tursas is a 5.5 -2.1. But I do find the Tursas to be even more understable actually. But we'll go with the Lobster first here. Go. That is one of my best throws that I've ever had on this hole. That was money. That's what I've been trying to do here. Let's get a nice little mid-range. That should be 10 feet. Try the Peach next here. Try to do the same line. Oh, too much Anheuser. So that is in the grove there. And then the Tursas I can almost throw flat, I think. And we'll see. But I do want to compare. So I'm going to try to put a little Anheuser on it, just like with the Lobster. Oh, that's a good throw. No, it's more flippy. I don't know what it is. That's the problem I do have with this throw. Obviously the forehand is the real play if you have the forehand, but that Lobster was money. The Lobster was parked 10 feet here. This will be the easiest birdie I've ever had on this hole. I don't birdie this hole often. I have birdied it before on camera. I think Kang and I did a video, but this was the easiest birdie. But even though that throw with the Lobster was great, it was great because it wasn't as flippy as my other two mid-ranges. But I'm looking for something to be even more understable than the Peach and the Tursas even, just not as flippy as the Paradox. And I don't know if this Lobster is gonna be it. It's a great disc. It was very controllable, but I think it's a little more overstable than what I'm looking for. All right, hole 12 here, par 4, 375 feet. I think you might just be able to see the basket peeking through the line of trees here. So you can either try to throw a line drive straight through, or you can go for this big right gap and let something swing in. We're gonna give the Diamondback another chance here. I did not like the Diamondback initially when I was throwing it last week, but let's see on this wide gap to the right, would the Diamondback be money? Yep, that's about what I'm looking for with that. It's very overstable though. I'm not feeling that -2 turn there. All right, so this Diamondback throw was actually really good for this hole. We do have a nice approach here with the bullet. Little gentle turnover. So maybe just a little left of the basket. Oh, I didn't put enough Anheuser on it. Circle's edge there. I thought this was circle's edge, but it's more like 20 feet. So definitely a makeable putt here with the Prophet. Nice. Twice Earth luck. Nice. I do really like, I should have bought a bullet in the base plastic to putt with it. I do prefer the way the bullet feels in the hand for putting and for throwing still, but got a birdie. All right, hole 13. Sign says 250, but one of my friends with a rangefinder was out here and we found out that this is actually playing more like 270, which is why it always felt like a chore for me to get a mid-range down there. So we're gonna throw some fairways. I'm gonna start with the Grackle first. We'll see how this flies. Really excited to try this one out. Feels great. It's a little domey. We're also gonna try the Alpha, which is definitely significantly flatter. I didn't get a chance to throw the Alpha that much last week, so felt like this would be a good hole to try it out on here. But we'll start with the Grackle first. There's a bit of a headwind. I'm gonna put a little hyzer on it then. Okay, that's like a 10-footer. Pretty good throw. I threw it too wide, wider than I wanted, but luckily I had enough hyzer for it to come back. Try the Alpha as well. Probably aim for that same spot, but I'm gonna try throwing it flat this time. Oh, not wide enough. That is a beefy boy. And that does not stay in the air that much. Okay, distance-wise, not bad, but did not throw it wide enough. That has a lot of stability. All right, so the Alpha was well short of the basket. That is a beefy disc. Definitely has some utility though, because you can use that in headwinds, sweeping right to left shots. Grakle here, we got a little 15-footer uphill. There's a little wind. We go 3 for 3. Oh, too high. Oops. Hole 14, 180 feet par 3 basket right there. Perfect shot for the bullet here. Woo, parked. Yep, easy birdie there. Easy birdie right here. Hole 15 is 240 feet par 3. Basket is sort of on this little island peninsula thing. There's a swamp in front of it. This tree in front can come into play, but it, for the most part, won't. Basically, we're gonna throw straight with something overstable and let it fade left. And that disc is going to be the Taco Cat. I think this will be a really good choice for it. I do normally throw either my Hex or even my Matrix here. They both work just as well. So we'll try that. We'll also try the Mustang as well again. That's gonna be short and left. Yeah, edge of circle. That is significantly more overstable than I expected. I was thinking, let's throw my Matrix real quick. Numbers wise, the Bobcat and the Matrix are the same. I think the Matrix is not quite that overstable. It might have a little bit better glide as well. They're actually pretty close to each other. In that case, then the Mustang is probably the better choice here. I think I can get a touch more glide out of it, so. Oh, that'll be good. Yep, that's about 10 feet, 15 feet. Pretty good throw there. So the Taco Cat and the Matrix are pretty much right next to each other, but we got a edge of circle look here. The Mustang, on the other hand, great throw. It's maybe 15, 20 feet. So we'll try to catch these birdies. Oh, just short. I thought I had it. Ah, oh, so close. Oh, kind of a disappointing par. Would I have gotten the birdie though with the Mustang is the question. Just barely. Hole 16 here. Good old hole 16. It's not very long, 215 feet, but we got two gaps here. We can go on the left gap with a turnover or forehand to the basket. There's sort of a little bowl in there that a lot of discs will collect in, but there are a lot of trees to avoid. Or you can go down this right gap. There's a pin normally down this gap, that's why it's really here, but you can throw here and let it fade. We're gonna throw both lines. So first off, we're gonna throw the Lobster on a turnover down this left gap. And then I'm also gonna throw the Taco Cat down the right gap. But between those, I am gonna also test out the Peach and the Tursas again, just to see how they compare on this turnover line. So we're gonna go Lobster first here. That got down there. That got down there, and that was a pretty nice angle. It was cutting it close to the trees in the center, but I think I avoided most of them. So next up, we're gonna try the Peach here. Oh, I slipped off the tee pad a little. Good throw. That one did fade out though, whereas the Lobster did hold the turn the whole way. I threw it a little softer, a little more nose up also, but that's gonna end more left, I believe, than the Lobster. Try the Tursas next. Try to stay on the tee pad this time. Oh, I just cut the tree. That was a great throw too. Similar to the Lobster, I threw it a little soft again, and it panned out also. So the Lobster did hold the turn the best so far. I think I also threw it the best. All right, and now we're gonna try the Taco Cat down this right gap also. We'll see. Good throw, miss all the trees. Ooh, that actually might be really good. We'll see which one's closer. Well, my Lobster ended up right here. So we got a circle 2 putt to the basket, nice and open. And both the Peach and the Tursas were identical. Peach is here, Tursas is here. So the Lobster did hold the turn, which is something that I wanted it to do. So let's see, can we make a circle 2 jump putt here? And then we'll go look for the Taco Cat. Nope, short. Easy par. All right, here it is, the Taco Cat. You can see the basket peeking through over this mound. Right over here. Let's see if we can get a birdie from this one. Oh, I thought I had it. It's just a little short. Par all around. Hole 17, par 3, 165 feet here. Basket I have framed in between the two trees here, so hopefully you can see it on the right side. We're gonna go alpha here on a little forehand, stand still, see if we can get it to the basket. Oh, too low. Skip up. That should be close. 10, 15 feet, I think. Even though I threw this alpha short, it was still a great throw. Easy birdie here. All right, last hole of the day, hole 18, par 4, 435 feet. The basket is gonna be on the left side of the fairway here. I'm going to be going with the Freetail here, big bomber. Try to just go to the left or to the right of this tree here in the middle and let it fade back towards the left side. And then maybe we'll try the Grackle out as well, just to give it another full throw as well. Wow, good glide. Pretty soft throw. I am tired now. It's getting hot. I've been here for like 4 hours recording these videos. Whew, I need to take a break, but not yet. Let's go with the Grackle. Yeah, nice flight. It had a little flip up to flat. Grackle, Freetail. Ooh, I am exhausted. It's getting hot. It's like in the 90s already. It's only like 10 in the morning. I started at 7 o'clock again. Let's go with the Lobster. Little turnover towards the basket here. Left side of the tree. Let's see if we can get it there. Oh, beautiful. That's short, maybe 20, 25 feet, but that was a great line. All right, well, this Lobster got much closer than I thought. I thought I was gonna have a 20, 25 footer, but really, we're only 15 feet away. I am ready to go home. Let's finish this round with a birdie. It is getting so hot out here. There we go. Nice way to end the round. So I'm gonna head home and I'll check in with you guys and tell you what I think of these discs. One last time back there. My camera is overheating. Hopefully I didn't lose too much footage. Ugh, hard to record this many videos at once, I guess. Whew, well, it has been a long, hot day here in Georgia. I have been recording for like 5 hours or so. I've tried to get a bunch of videos out to get a backlog going. I do also want to try to maybe increase the amount of content we're pumping out from once a week to maybe twice a week. So I tried to get a bunch of videos recorded and it's taking a toll on me. I definitely felt it on those last couple of holes where my body is stiff. I took a nap and oh my God, I woke up and I was so sore, super dehydrated as well. So definitely be careful out there as you're playing. Make sure to stay hydrated, stretch, limber up. But real quick, I figured I would give you my final thoughts on some of these other mint discs this time. As far as the discs that I threw last week, overall, my opinion on those really hasn't changed. I did end up putting the Jackalope in the bag for now. I really like the way that it flies. It's very similar to my Stag, just a little less turn and a little more finish. And that disc feels like money. It flies so beautifully. I really enjoy throwing it. It's been a great addition to the bag. Really like that one. And obviously the Bullet as well. I've really been throwing this a lot. All right, so the disc that I was most excited about, the Lobster. Found one of these online at, where was it? Armory Disc Golf in Texas. Had them ship one out to me, so really appreciate that. Then a few days later, they had a couple other stores with some wide releases, so you might be able to find this in stock. I guess it's been out of stock and for a little bit. I'm sure they'll have more runs of it coming in the future, but I really do like the way that this flies. All of the throws that I had with it were money. Like, I had a nice little turn. It just stayed turned over. Didn't really fight out of it too much. I really like the way it flies. I'm not sure if it's quite the disc that I'm looking for initially, but maybe it's the disc that I really need. I'm gonna probably do a little bit more field work with it, comparing it to the Peachy and the Tursas to see if this would either replace either of those discs or how they all sort of fit together and what is sort of like the best combination for me, because I'm not sure if this is as flippy as the Peach or the Tursas, but it definitely holds the turn better, I think. than both of those, because I know I had a couple throws where both the Peach and the Tursas fought out of it, whereas the Lobster stayed turned over. But I think if I throw them hard and flat, they all sort of have similar flights, so we'll see. I do really like this disc. I love the way it looks and feels as well. The Sublime plastic is a great feeling plastic, so I really enjoyed that. There's a good chance though that this makes the bag. All right, the Taco Cat, Bobcat. This was another mid-range that's really fun to throw. I don't think it's gonna go in the bag for me because I already have a disc that I really like in that slot with the Matrix, but it does have a really nice flight. It's a nice overstable mid-range, super fun to throw. It did fly quite similar to the Matrix as well, so if you're looking for that straight to overstable disc, this might be a good one for you. Again, Sublime plastic, feels great. All of the mint disc plastics feel amazing, so I don't think you can go wrong with any run of the Bobcat. Good disc, just not one for me, only because I currently have a disc that I really like in that slot. And then the Grackle, I didn't get to throw too much, but from the throws that I had with it, I do like the way that it flies. It seems to have a nice straight flight with a little overstable finish at the end. That is a flight that I enjoy, but I do already have a couple of discs sort of in this slot. I've been messing around with the new Calvin Heimberg Vela. I'm gonna try to get a short little review video out of that, little noodle arm review for that. I did have one throw off camera with this disc into a headwind. That -1 does show up. It flipped over and burned out. So this would not be a disc I would throw into any sort of headwind or anything like that, but definitely no qualms with it. I just don't think, again, just like with the Bobcat, I already have discs in this slot that I don't think I would replace with the Grackle. But that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. We are really close to 500 subs, so thank you all so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. All of us here at Peachy Disc Golf truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed watching this follow-up review video with some more mint discs, be sure to give this one a thumbs up and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. Until next time, guys, cheers.